What if the reason you feel mentally exhausted isn't because life is hard, but because your mind has been trained to fight battles it was never meant to fight? Every single day, people wake up anxious about the future, replaying conversations from the past, chasing validation from strangers, and stressing over things completely outside their control. And slowly, without realizing it, they lose control over the one thing that matters most, themselves. But more than 2,000 years ago, the Stoics discovered a different way to live, a way to remain calm in chaos, focused under pressure, strong during pain. While everyone else was controlled by fear, anger, and emotion, the Stoics became almost impossible to break. Roman emperors practiced these principles during war. Former slaves used them to become mentally free. Philosophers relied on them while facing exile, suffering, and even death. And today, I'm going to show you 5 Stoic principles that can completely transform the way you think, act, and live starting immediately. But stay until the end, because principle number 5 is the one that separates emotionally reactive people from truly powerful human beings. Once you understand it, your entire perspective on life will begin to change. Welcome to Stoic Wisdom. Let's begin. Principle 1. Control your mind, not the world. The Stoics believe that most human suffering comes from one simple mistake: trying to control things that were never ours to control. People spend years stressing over opinions, outcomes, rejection, delays, failures, and situations they cannot change. They lose sleep over the future. They replay the past in their minds. They try desperately to control how others see them. And the result is anxiety, frustration, and emotional exhaustion. Epictetus explained that life can be divided into 2 categories: things you control and things you do not. You control your thoughts, your actions, your discipline, your attitude, and your response. But you do not control other people, the economy, the weather, the past, or whether life unfolds exactly the way you want. The moment you truly understand this, your mind becomes lighter. Because most problems disappear once you stop demanding control over the uncontrollable. Marcus Aurelius ruled the largest empire on earth, yet even he reminded himself daily that true power does not come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling yourself. A calm mind is stronger than external chaos, and the less you react emotionally to things outside your control, the more powerful you become internally. Principle 2. The obstacle is the way most people see obstacles as interruptions to their life. Stoics saw them differently. They believed obstacles were training. The rejection, the failure, the betrayal, the humiliation, the setback. These moments reveal who you truly are. Anyone can remain positive when life is easy, but pressure exposes character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the obstacle itself contains the path forward. Pain teaches resilience. Failure teaches wisdom. Difficulty builds discipline. And often, the worst moments in your life become the moments that shape you into a stronger person. Think about it carefully. Some of the strongest people you know were not built through comfort. They were built through struggle. The Stoics understood that life does not happen against you. It happens for your growth. Once you adopt this mindset, you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" And you start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" That shift changes everything. Principle 3. Remember you will die. The Stoics practice something called memento mori, which means remember you will die. At first, this sounds dark, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful ideas ever discovered, because most people live as if they have unlimited time. They postpone their dreams, delay difficult conversations, waste years distracted by meaningless things. They assume there will always be another opportunity, another year, another tomorrow. But the Stoics constantly reminded themselves that life is temporary. And strangely, instead of making them fearful, this made them fully alive. When you remember your time is limited, you stop wasting it. Small drama loses importance. Ego becomes meaningless. Procrastination suddenly feels dangerous. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. That is not pessimism. That is clarity, because death forces you to focus on what truly matters. And once you stop living as though you have forever, you begin to live with intention. Principle 4, master discomfort. Modern people have become addicted to comfort. We avoid silence, boredom, struggle, difficulty, and inconvenience. The smallest discomfort frustrates us, but the Stoics believe comfort, when constantly pursued, creates weakness. That is why many Stoics voluntarily practice discomfort. Seneca, despite being incredibly wealthy, would sometimes sleep on the floor, wear rough clothing, and eat simple food for days at a time. Why? Because he wanted to remind himself that he could survive without luxury. That is real freedom. A person who depends on comfort for peace becomes fragile, but a person who can handle discomfort becomes mentally strong. The Stoics understood something modern society forgets. Growth only happens through resistance. Strength is built through challenge. Discipline is built through difficulty. Confidence is built by facing uncomfortable situations repeatedly until they no longer control you. Start small. Take the cold shower. Wake up earlier. Train when you don't feel motivated. Sit alone without distraction. Do difficult things voluntarily, because every time you choose discomfort, you become harder to break. Principle 5. Live in the present moment. Most people spend their lives mentally trapped somewhere else. They replay the past, worry about the future, overthink conversations, imagine problems that haven't happened yet, and because of this, they never fully experience the present. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to focus only on the moment directly in front of him, because the present moment is the only place life actually exists. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. Right now is all you truly have. The Stoics understood that anxiety lives in imagined futures, while regret lives in the past. But peace exists in the present. When you train yourself to fully engage with the moment, your mind becomes quieter. You stop rushing through life waiting for some future moment to finally feel happy. And instead, you begin living now, not tomorrow, not someday, now. These 5 Stoic principles have survived for more than 2,000 years because they work. Not as motivation, not as temporary inspiration, but as a blueprint for living a powerful life. If you apply even one of these principles consistently, your mind will begin to change. You'll become calmer under pressure, stronger during adversity, and less controlled by emotion. And in today's world, that is a superpower. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Stoic Wisdom for more lessons on mental strength, discipline, and ancient philosophy. And before you leave, ask yourself one question. Which of these 5 principles do you need most right now? Because your future is shaped by what you practice daily. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay grounded, and remember, the strongest mind is the calmest one.